Welcome back to Math&Me with me, Nikhila, Sankar. So let's get started with statistics. Okay. So இப்போ statisticsல first நம்ம பார்க்க போறது ungrouped data. What is ungrouped data? You'll understand that when we are learning about grouped data. இப்போ grouped dataல you'll have range, correct? You'll have 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So இந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும். இந்த இடத்துல ungrouped னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? You do not have a range. You do not have anything to compare anything with. You only have the data. Okay. So இப்போ வந்து இப்போ cricket எடுத்துக்கலாமா? So first the batsman hits 1 run. Next he hits only 2 runs. கரெக்டா? இப்போ நம்ம ஹேண்ட் கிரிக்கெட் எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஏன்னா இந்த 7, 9லாம் நம்ம நார்மல் கிரிக்கெட்ல வராது. ஸோ ஹேண்ட் கிரிக்கெட்ல நம்ம விளையாடும் போது இது 10, இது 9 இந்த மாதிரிலாம் விளையாடிருக்கோம்ல. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் யூ பிளேயிங் ஹேண்ட் கிரிக்கெட். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் தி ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் யூ ஸ்கோரிங் சம் ரன்ஸ். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யூ ஸ்கோர் ஒன்லி 1 run. நெக்ஸ்ட் யூ ஸ்கோர் 2, நெக்ஸ்ட் 3, நெக்ஸ்ட் 7, நெக்ஸ்ட் 9. அவுட்டே ஆகல. At 8 you get out. Okay, so maybe this is your data. Okay, you don't have anything to compare with, you only have the data. So what do we have? What is my mean? Mean na enartho? Mean is nothing but the average value. What is the average value? You'll add everything. So you will add sum of all the observations divided by the total number of observation. Correct? So divided by total number of observations. In the hashtag vandu meaning enna number of. Okay? So total number of observations. This is mean. So what is my median? So median is the middle value. Middle value na artham, first of all you have to arrange the data that you have in ascending order. Correct? Indha mari random irukka koodadu. Correct? You have to arrange it in the ascending order. So how do I arrange it in the ascending order? What is my smallest? I have 1 and 1. So 2 ones. 1, 1. Then what do I have? 2, 2. Rendu vaati 2. Then I have 3 and 3. 3 is also repeated twice. Then I have 4, 5, 6 edume illa. So I have 7. Then I have 8. Then I have 9. So I have arranged my values in the ascending order. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm just cross checking. Now median na enartho? It is the center value, nadu value, middle value. Okay. So how many terms do I have here? I have 4 terms and I have 4 terms. So 4 terms to the left and 4 terms to the right. So this is my middle value. So idu eppadi sollala? It is the number of terms plus 1 divided by 2. When my n is odd, in that n is the number of observations. When I have the n value to be odd, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Correct? So what is my value of n here? N is equal to 9. So when n is odd, I'll have n plus 1 divided by 2. The term. So what is my n here? 9. So it will be 9 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 10 by 2. 5. So what is my fifth term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After arranging them in the ascending order, correct? So my median is the fifth term, not number 5. Fifth term, which is 3. This is when n is odd. What if when n is even? For example, I have another term here, which is 4. Let 10 eduthukalam. I'll just include it in the end. So I have 10. Ipo enna agum? What is my middle value? So I have 5 terms here and I have 5 terms here. I do not have any middle value. அப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? We'll take one term from the left and one term from the right and then take the mean of it. So in the இடத்துல you have my n value is 10. So what will be my mean when n is even? It is the mean of n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1th term divided by 2. It is the mean of the n by 2 plus the n by 2th. N by 2 plus 1th term. Correct? So what is my n by 2? N is 10. So it will be 10 by 2, which is 5th plus 6th term oda mean divided by 2. What is my 5th term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6, which is also 3 divided by 2. 6 by 2 enna? It is 3. So what is my median when my n is odd? Sorry, when my n is even? 3. புரிஞ்சுதா? When my n is odd, directly ஒரே ஒரு formula தான், n plus 1 divided by 2th term. Okay, which is 5th term, which is you have to count 3. இப்போ n even இருந்ததுன்னா I have even number of observations. So it will be n by 2th. அதாவது இந்த 5 termsலேருந்து ஒன்று, இந்த 5 termsலேருந்து ஒன்று. Okay, so I take these two, I find the mean of this, which is the average of this. So ரெண்டு term இருக்கு, so divided by 2. Okay, clear? So this is my mean and median for ungrouped data. So we'll solve 2 examples and then you'll understand. Okay? So this is just a revision of whatever you learnt in your 10th standard. இதுக்கு அப்புறமா நம்ம mean deviation படிக்க போறோம். So this is a revision. Okay? So brush up your mind with all the past memories of statistics. அதனால இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம மீன் டீவியேஷன் பார்க்க போறோம். அப்படின்னா என்னன்னு we'll see. Okay. Next, we are going to learn about the mean deviation. Mean deviation na enna? What is a deviation? How much the values are deviated from one another. இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல the deviation, here the number is 7, here the number is 8, here the number is 9. So every number is getting differed by the number 1. But mean deviation enna? Overall enna deviation? ரெண்டு நம்பருக்கு நமக்கு தெரியும். இந்த ரெண்டு நம்பருக்கு the deviation is number 1. இந்த ரெண்டு நம்பருக்கு the deviation is 2. So this, it is 3. Correct? So you have to check each and everything. So that is what you call it as mean deviation. So இத நம்ம எப்படி செக் பண்ண போறோம்? Here how many values do I have? How many, what is the total number of data I have? 1 2 3 4 5 6. I have 6 data, 6 number of observations. Correct? So now I need to find how much my value is deviated. So I need to find the middle value of this. So for example, if I didn't have this 12, what will be my middle value? 1 2 3 4 5. So 2 terms to the right and 2 terms to the left. So this will be my A. Okay? So A equal to 9. Now what did I have? I had a 12. அப்ப என்ன ரெண்டு middle value இருக்கு இல்லையா? So I'll have these two terms and these two terms. I have two middle values. So you should not take the mean of this. You can choose one of the values. You can either take 9 or you can take 10. Okay? So I'll take the value 9 itself. Or you can take 10 also. ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை கிடையாது. So இப்போ இதை எப்படி value calculate பண்ண போறோம்? I'll write the data here. So I'll give the heading to be xi. These are all the values of x. Correct? So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So I need to find out what my xi minus a is. The center value lende ஒரு value எவ்வளோ deviate ஆயிருக்கு. How much the values have been deviated from the center value, from the middle value. Okay. So இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல it will be 7 minus 9, 8 minus 9, 9 minus 9, 10 minus 9, 11 minus 9 and 12 minus 9. Okay. So இப்போ இந்த values என்ன? minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So what happens when I add all these values? Imagine I do not have this 12, okay, for now. So I only have one middle value, 9, correct? 2 values to my right, 2 values to my left. So imagine I don't have this 12. Okay, so what will be my sum of all this? Mean deviation enadhu? Sum of all the observation by total number of observation, correct? Total number of observation enna inga 5, okay. What is my sum of all the observations? minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So when I add all these, minus 2 cancel, I know minus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. So my final value will be a 0, which is 0 by 5, which is 0. Mean deviation cannot be 0. So in that we are going to look for the absolute values. So absolute mean deviation is what you are going to look for. Now in that 12 erase panna. For example, if you had 12, so 12 irundhirundhuduna 12 minus 9, which is a 3. So your final value will be a 3, which is wrong. Okay, you always have to take your absolute deviation. So if absolute na enna artham? All these values have these two values have a negative number, these two are positive numbers. So if mean absolute edutha enna agum? Your mean deviation of the values x will be minus 2 oda absolute value plus minus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 divided by total number of observations. So absolute value of minus 2 enna? 2 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2. So it will be 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 6 divided by 5, which is 1.2. So this is my absolute mean deviation. How much these values are deviated from one another. So it is 1.2. So yeah, absolute value எடுக்கணும் அப்படியே add பண்ணக்கூடாதுன்னு புரியுதா? அப்படியே when you add it, you'll get 0 by 5, which is not right. Okay, so you have to take the absolute values and then add them. So you take the absolute value of this, so it becomes this. So it is the sum of all the absolute values. So formula enna? Mean deviation is sum of I equals 1 to n of xi minus a or a mod the whole divided by the number of terms. Okay, instead of a here we are also going to deal with mean and median. So idu vandu deviation with respect to the middle value, correct? We are also going to see deviations with respect to the mean and median. So with respect to mean na enna go? I'll erase this. So this is with respect to a. So mean deviation with respect to a. I also have mean deviation with respect to x bar. X bar is what you call the mean. So enna பண்ணுவோம்? Sigma I equals 1 to n of xi minus x bar the whole divided by n. Similarly, mean deviation with respect to the median. So median என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? Again, sigma I equals 1 to n of xi minus capital M, the whole divided by n. Okay? Clear? Okay, so these are all your formulas. So I'll write down, I'll consolidate all the formula in the next slide. So please wait, okay? It will be the absolute value or sum, okay? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, the whole divided by 5. Okay, please copy. So what all formulas did we see? Mean deviation about A will be sigma I equals 1 to n of xi, the different values of your observation, xi minus A, adoda sum divided by the total number of observations. This is about A. Then we learned about the mean, about x bar. So this will be sigma I equals 1 to n of xi minus x bar divided by n. Similarly, about the median, first mean, then median. So we have sigma I equals 1 to n of xi minus the median, the whole divided by n, where your x bar is sigma I equals 1 to n of xi divided by n. Correct? Sum of all your observations divided by the total number of observation. Median kenna paathom? Median when n is odd, it will be n plus 1 divided by tooth term. And when n is even, n by tooth plus n by 2 plus 1th divided by tooth term. Okay? So always remember all these. This is the first part that we are going to see. Idhukku apparama innum complicate agum. This we are talking about ungrouped data. So next we will talk about grouped data after solving some questions. Okay? So this is ungrouped data.